Trading is gambling. So why not use the psychology of a gambler to beat the market? Picture this. You are not a trader glued to a screen cluttered with indicators. You are a professional player walking into a casino. No emotions, no illusions, only probability, capital flow, and survival. You step onto the floor, noise everywhere, blinding lights, winners shouting, losers slipping out in silence, and somehow none of it pulls you in because you understand something most players never will. A casino does not make money by winning every hand. A casino makes money by letting players destroy themselves. This is where most traders get it wrong at the root. They enter the market with the mindset of someone who wants to win, but the market is built to eliminate those who want to win fast. See the contradiction? The ones obsessed with winning usually lose. The ones who understand how to lose are the ones who survive. An amateur gambler walks into a casino with one simple belief: I am going to win. A new trader walks into the market with the exact same belief: I am going to make money. Both are digging their own grave. The amateur gambler sees each hand as a chance to change their life. The amateur trader sees each trade as a chance to recover losses or break out. Same mistake, different arena. They anchor their expectations to short-term outcomes instead of a long-term system. Now look at a professional gambler. Yes, they exist. They do not play to win every hand. They play to exploit the mistakes of the crowd. They do not get excited when they win. They do not collapse when they lose. They care about one thing. Does the game offer an edge? This is where gambling and trading intersect, not in reckless betting, but in understanding this. You are playing a game of probabilities. The problem is, most traders refuse to accept that. They want control. They want prediction. They want to be right. A professional gambler does not need to be right. They need an edge. Break it down further. What does an amateur gambler do after a loss? They increase the bet. They believe luck will turn. They tell themselves, it cannot keep going against me. Traders do the same thing. After a losing streak, they size up. They remove stop losses. They enter trades convinced this one has to work. That is not logic. That is instinct. A dangerous one. The refusal to accept loss. The human brain is not built for probability. It is built to avoid pain. And in trading, loss equals pain. So instead of cutting the loss, traders hold. They hope, they wait, and eventually the account disappears. A professional gambler understands this structure. Emotion is the enemy. Not in the shallow sense of just do not feel anything. Emotion will always be there, but decisions must not come from it. A professional card player does not raise a bet out of frustration. They increase size when probability is on their side, and they cut size when the edge disappears. Traders do the opposite. They increase risk when losing. They decrease risk when winning. Illogical? Yet that is how most accounts get wiped out. You see the problem now. The market is not killing you. Your psychology is. Back to the casino. A professional walks up to a table. They do not play every hand. They wait. Observe, analyze. Only when they see an edge do they act. Traders? They do not wait. They fear missing out. They enter because something feels like an opportunity, not because there is a clear edge. That difference is everything. A professional gambler plays less but plays right. An amateur trader plays constantly with no real idea what they are doing. Professional gambling is not recklessness. It is extreme discipline. Trading is no different. People just insist on turning it into an emotional game. You think the problem is strategy? Indicators? Systems? No. The problem is how you frame the game. If you see trading as a way to make quick money, you will behave like an amateur gambler. If you see trading as a long-term probability game, you start thinking like the house. The house does not care about a single hand. They care about thousands. Professional traders think the same way. They are not attached to one trade. They focus on a series of trades. But to get there, you have to accept something uncomfortable. You will lose a lot, not because you are bad, but because that is the nature of the game. A good system can still lose repeatedly. A skilled trader can still go through drawdowns. Amateurs cannot tolerate that. They need the feeling of winning. They need validation. They need to be right. And that is the fatal weakness. A professional gambler does not need to be right. They need an edge. They do not try to win every hand. They only need to win enough over time. Trading works the same way, and it goes directly against human instinct. You want to win now. You want to see the account grow. You want the satisfaction of being right. You are trying to learn trading, but you are behaving like someone sitting at a poker table for the first time. Bad news, the market does not reward innocence. Good news, it leaves footprints, just like a poker table full of players quietly revealing their hands. Back to the casino. Not the loud roulette pit where everything is just red or black. You walk up to a poker table. This is where things change. No longer pure luck. Now it is imperfect information, human behavior, and repeated mistakes. A professional gambler does not look at their cards first. They look at people, how they size their bets, how quickly they act, when they hesitate, when they suddenly become confident. Traders, they stare at charts, indicators, news feeds. They try to guess where price is going. A professional gambler does not guess. They read. That difference decides who survives. In poker, you do not need the strongest hand to win. You need to understand who is weak, who is afraid, who is pretending to be strong. Trading is the same. You do not need perfect tops and bottoms. You need to understand who is trapped, who is panicking, who is being forced out of positions. The market is not a chart. It is a chain of human decisions made under pressure. A professional gambler asks one question before placing a bet. What is my opponent thinking? A trader asks, where is price going? Wrong question, wrong action. Break down how reading works. In poker, there is a simple concept, range. You do not know the exact hand, but you can estimate what someone might be holding based on how they play. Trading works the same way. You do not know the future, but you can infer where the crowd is psychologically. Example, price breaks to new highs. Retail traders jump in to buy. They feel the trend is confirmed. A professional does not rush in. They ask, who is buying here? Late participants, people afraid of missing out. Then the real question, if price pulls back slightly, what happens? Those traders panic. They close positions, or worse, they get stopped out. That is the money on the table, not the market's money, other players' money. You see the structure now. Trading is not about beating the market. It is about exploiting behavior. A professional gambler does not play cards. They play people. So how do you read it? Not by stacking more indicators, by observing reactions. Price accelerates upward, someone is panic buying. Price drops hard, someone is panic selling. Price goes sideways, indecision. But more important than the move itself is what happens next. A professional does not care about the initial action. They care about the reaction that follows. A bluff works not because it is large, but because the opponent believes it. A breakout is real, not because it breaks, but because the market continues in that direction. If price breaks, then immediately reverses. That is not a false signal. It is evidence. Someone just got trapped. And when someone is trapped, they will pay. That is where your edge comes from. Now the part most traders never master, capital protection. An amateur gambler thinks, to win big, I have to bet big. A professional thinks, to survive, I size correctly. They do not go all in, not out of fear, out of understanding. One hand does not define the game. Traders, they go all in. Just in more creative ways. Excessive leverage, no stop loss, unlimited drawdown. They do not call it all in. They call it conviction. In reality, it is lack of discipline. A professional gambler always knows how much they can lose before they place the bet. A trader usually knows how much they want to make, but not how much they are willing to lose. That is a dangerous imbalance. In poker, you do not play if the pot is not worth it. In trading, you do not enter if the risk is not justified. Simple, not easy. A cold rule. If one trade can kill you, you should not take that trade. No exceptions. Professionals protect capital not because they are weak. They protect it because they intend to stay in the game longer than everyone else. Same in trading. You do not need to win big. You need to not die. Unattractive. Also, the reason money transfers from them to you. Back to psychology. In poker, there is a pattern. Weak players try to look strong. Strong players often look weak. Markets behave the same way. Aggressive moves at the top, often traps. Panic selling at the bottom, often opportunity. But do not simplify it into nonsense. Not every rally is a short. Not every drop is a buy. Context decides everything. A professional does not react to a single action. They read a sequence. Traders react to one candle. One candle means nothing. A sequence of behavior means everything. Example, price rises, consolidates, breaks, holds. That is real strength. Price rises, breaks, fails, reverses. That is a trap. The difference is not the signal, it is the reaction. Most traders chase setups. Professionals read behavior. A setup can fail. Behavior always has logic. Understand that logic, and you stop guessing. You wait. You wait for others to be wrong. It sounds ruthless. It is. You do not make money because you're smarter. You make money because others repeat the same mistakes. Fear of missing out, fear of loss, irrational hope, overconfidence, different markets, same human wiring. Professional gamblers live off that. Profitable traders do the same. You want to read people like a professional gambler. But here is the mildly tragic part. You are still behaving exactly like the people you are trying to read. You look at the chart and say, the crowd is wrong. And then your next decision is driven by the same fear. Fear of missing out, fear of loss, fear of being wrong. Uncomfortable, but this is the biggest blind spot in trading. You cannot read the crowd if you are still part of it. A professional gambler does not try to be disciplined. They become someone who does not need to try. That difference matters more than anything else. Amateurs rely on willpower. Professionals rely on systems. Willpower runs out. Systems keep running. You cannot sit down every day and declare, today I will not chase. Your brain does not care. It is wired to seek opportunity, avoid pain, and react quickly. So if your decisions are still emotional, you will loop back to the same place. Building a professional mindset is not positive thinking. It is restructuring how decisions are made. Start with a cold rule. Every trading decision must be made before the trade exists. Obvious, rarely followed. Most traders enter first, then start thinking, where is my stop? When do I take profit? What if I am wrong? That is not trading. That is improvisation under pressure. A professional gambler never places a bet without knowing when they will walk away. A professional trader is no different. Before execution, entry is defined, invalidation is defined, risk to reward is defined. No space for hope. Hope is expensive in this business. Next part, which people conveniently avoid, you must accept losses as a cost. Not failure, not a personal flaw, a cost of doing business. A company does not panic over expenses. A trader does. You place a trade, it loses. Immediately the spiral begins. Is my system broken? Did I mess up? A professional does not react like that. One loss means nothing. Only a series of outcomes has meaning. This is where long-term thinking shows up, and where most people quit. They cannot handle a losing streak, not because of the money, because their belief collapses. That belief was never built on data. It was built on emotion. You cannot build a professional mindset on emotion. You need data, backtesting, forward testing, journaling. Yes, it is tedious. That is the point. It forces you to confront reality. Do you actually have an edge, or are you just improvising with confidence? A professional gambler knows roughly, out of 100 hands, how many they expect to win, what their drawdown looks like, when to reduce exposure. Traders? Most have no idea. They trade on feeling, and feelings change daily. You want to think like a professional? Start recording everything. Not to feel productive, to face the numbers. How many trades came from chasing? How many broke your own rules? How many times did you move your stop? Those numbers define you more accurately than your opinions, and they are usually not flattering. Good. That is where progress starts. Another rule, you do not increase risk when you are out of control. Simple. Ignored constantly. Look at your own history. Losing streak, larger size, larger loss. Classic amateur pattern. Professionals do the opposite. When losses stack, they reduce size, not out of fear. Out of awareness, the environment may not fit their edge right now. Traders rarely consider that. They think, I need to make it back. No, you do not need to do anything. The market owes you nothing. You have two options. Protect capital or lose it. There is no third option hiding somewhere. Another part people resist, knowing when not to trade. A professional gambler does not play every table. They choose timing. They choose conditions. They choose opponents. Traders open charts daily like it is a ritual. No setup, still trading. No edge, still clicking. That is not discipline. That is addiction dressed up as effort. You do not get paid for participation. You get paid for timing. Sometimes the best action is no action. Uncomfortable. Correct. Final piece. Also the hardest. Detach from outcomes. You are not your trade. A winning trade does not make you better. A losing trade does not make you worse. Your brain disagrees. It ties identity to results. That is when things get messy. Revenge trading. Needing to be right. Holding losses to protect ego. A professional gambler has no ego at the table, nothing to prove, only a system to execute. You want that level? Then you drop a few things: bad beliefs, weak habits, ego, unpleasant, necessary. Trading is not a battle with the market, it is a battle with yourself. Most lose. If you made it this far, at least one thing should be clear. The problem is not your entry, it is how you think. Trading Mindset Lab was not built to hand you more indicators. It exists so you can understand your own behavior under pressure. If you are serious about changing your thinking, building a system, and breaking the emotional loop, following the channel is not optional. It is baseline. If you prefer trading on instinct, the market will keep teaching you. Tuition is expensive. And since people love ignoring this part, here it is plainly. Trading carries high risk. You can lose all your capital. No strategy guarantees profit. There is no shortcut to fast wins. If you cannot accept that, you should not be here. If you can, then at least now you understand. To win like a professional gambler, you have to stop thinking like an amateur.